everybody, welcome to Real Talk. My name is John.
And I'm Jess, and we're about to get Ritza.
Ritza, we got some interesting stories for you today. One
right after another.
After another. But we got our juicy story for the day is going to be a potential controversial story in the making because it's actually still going on.
Yeah.
Apparently you go to Mexico and you can come back or stay there.
Or not come back. You can get stuck there all drugged up in the hospital.
Or was it
nightmare.
drugs?
Or was it?
Oh.
Gatsby.
Interesting.
Is it Gatsby?
Is it? I don't know. Interesting stuff there. So we're going to be talking about that. We're first going to be covering some
Valentine's Day dinner options here in the great city of San Antonio. Yummies.
Fun. And we're going to be giving some, today is International I can't even say that word. How do you say it?
Apostrophe Day. No,
Apostrophe Day.
It's actually International Epilepsy Day. So we want to bring some awareness and just talk about the subject a little bit.
Yeah.
That stuff.
And we're also going to be unveiling the NIOSA medal for this year.
Ooh,
pretty cool stuff.
Speaking of Fiesta, NIOSA. So then we'll have According to Pete, and then finally our Dare on Air.
Let's chat.
Well, this is Real Talk, San Antonio.
All want to make the best out of Valentine's Day. Sometimes we're on a tight budget. Sometimes we just don't know what's poppin'.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you the deets right now.
You know what? First of all, dude,
there's numbers here.
There's numbers here.
How high can you count?
Not that high. No, but seriously, like, it is so freaking expensive to do anything.
Well, seriously, I mean, you just talk about like roses, which is supposed to be the staple, right?
Yeah.
And any other time of the year is $20 to $40, right? And Valentine's Day is like $80 to $140, and you're like,
expensive.
What? Why?
So, and then even then, like,
and I hate it. I hate flowers and stuff that dies.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt
but
you, but it really bugs me.
If you think about it, isn't that a weird gift? It's like, here's life, and then death.
And it's gonna die.
Yeah, I think that's. I've always.
Is it a metaphor
for the future of this relationship?
See, I will say one thing Pete did for me is he planted like a ton of rose bushes. It wasn't for Valentine's Day necessarily.
He's like, here, this is for the rest of your life.
You know, like he knows that it's something I like, so, you know, he just planted them. So I have them all year round.
Yeah.
And they're those forever blooming ones or whatever they're called, that explosion blooming. I don't remember what they're called, but they bloom like every 6 weeks.
That's cool. I think flowers for a gift is so temporary. It is a little bizarre. But when it comes to going out, right? Excuse me. It is wildly expensive. I even just recently went out, and I have a little bit of old school tradition. So typically, like if I'm going out and I have a lady friend with me, you know, I feel like I'm gonna pay for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's, you know, whatever. But for a special occasion like this, like I'm gonna pay. You know?
Yeah, of course.
And then
I mean, it seems like the standard.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But like, I even went out to the bar the other day, and I was like, oh, let me get these drinks.
He's like, oh, let me get a Valentine.
No, but let me fuck myself up.
Pick one up.
But even then, like, I mean, buying just drinks, almost $100.
It's so expensive.
And that was like a 2-hour, 3-hour thing, and it's like, what?
That's why, like, we try to do as many things at home as we possibly can. It's like.
So I'm really interested to see what these deals are, what are out there, what are some opportunities.
It's awesome because like this list even includes some things from H-E-B, like not totally ready, but like pre-prepared ready. So you just basically sizzle them up real quick. You know?
See, but I think that is still way more romantic than going just to a dinner
where there's people all around and all that. But I don't know. There are some people who like. No, you need to take me out. You need to, like, it's like, you know, they used to have those balls, or I don't know what it's called, a ball, but like, where they would present, like, people to society or whatever, like, that they're ready to date, they're old enough and all that.
What? There you go. It was cool. And no?
Well, I mean, I don't think it happened in my lifetime, but it may have, I don't know.
Okay.
But, like, I think that there's some of that still in people's DNA, because some women are like, no, you need to take me out. People need to see me with you. That kind of deal, you know?
Yeah, that's
and
weird.
so I don't know. I think that's part of the whole like we have to be out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, but
and they may not even realize it.
yeah, it's like an intuitive thing. But yeah, I'm interested. So let's talk about what's going on.
All right, so first on the list is Aldaco's Mexican cuisine. They're $65 for two,
That's not bad.
3-course entree meal.
Okay.
They're gonna have like a shrimp, chile relleno, or chicken mole.
Yeah.
And they're actually doing something the day before as well for Valentine's Day. So
Okay.
they're gonna have like a good drink menu, photo booth.
That's kind of cool. That's cool because
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is horrible for restaurant reservations. So having a day prior is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
a lot
what?
of girls like to do like girlfriend things or whatever.
So what is Valentine's Day?
Valentine's, okay, so it's an excuse for like single women to get together with all their friends and they totally girl up the whole
gal, like
gal.
gal.
Like, hey gal. Yeah, like gals.
What about
We're
the
going out with the gals.
Valentine's?
Broentines.
Broentines?
Broentines Day.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Okay, next up.
Alright, so this one is not for entrees, but Bakery Lorraine is going to have
Bakery?
So Bakery Lorraine is going to have a whole selection of Valentine's Day desserts.
Yeah.
And have you been to Bakery Lorraine?
I have.
It's so delicious.
Yeah.
They have all these beautiful, expensive, tiny little desserts.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're so yummy. We went there for one of my daughter's birthdays and got like a whole sample of everything.
Yeah.
And then we all just kept passing the plate, just trying them.
And also too, I mean, real quick shout out to Leslie. She actually has a lot of Valentine's Day options too, which is all these little nice bakery treats and stuff like that. So yeah, link down below for that.
Nice. So Central Market is going to have a whole bunch of selections of pre-made meals. From beef Wellington to lobster mac and cheese, just like a whole selection of really quality, yummy stuff.
Yeah.
And you can pre-order it, or you can see what's there on the day of. You know, but
Gotcha.
better to pre-order always, right?
Always better to pre-order. Get ahead of it. I think we're like at a time where everybody knows RSVP everywhere.
Yes.
Pre-order. Do all that in advance. It just makes life a lot easier.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, we will send y'all the article to this if you'd like it. There's other details from Copa Wine Bar, Costa Pacifica, Little Red Barn, Ocho at Hotel Havana. That'd be nice to have a
Actually, I've
stay
been
there.
to Hotel Havana is nice.
It is so
Very
pretty.
nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Peter Piper Pizza is selling heart-shaped pizzas
That's
for the
actually kinda
kiddos.
cool. Nah, that's for me. Question for you. This Valentine's Day, what are y'all doing? Are y'all gonna stay in, do something a little more close-knit, a little more romantic? Or are you gonna fight the crowd and go out there? I'm just making it worse, right? Just go out there and have a good time.
Spinning it on negative
Yeah, I'm
ways.
making it. Pick the.
Jeez.
Yeah. Let us know down below. One thing that I've noticed more than ever is I'm a little more sensitive to the idea that if someone's experiencing something specifically in their life, if you're not experiencing it, it's really hard to imagine what that experience is grand, like how they're feeling,
Okay.
that their
Yeah.
decisions based off of that.
Right.
Those, whatever the case is, right? I'm bringing that up because today is International Epilepsy Day, you know?
Yes.
And I think it's really healthy to talk about that and just bring awareness to it. So let's chat.
And I agree with you. It's hard to comprehend what someone's normal life is until you experience any of those things. It really is. Even if you're watching someone very closely, it's really difficult to put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah, you see, because recently, too, we were talking about this, and I started having dizzy spells, right? And I was kind of freaking out about it. I was like, why am I having dizzy spells randomly in the gym while I'm driving? I'm like, what the hell? Like, and it wasn't anything major, but it was concerning.
Right.
And it was starting to affect my decision. I was like, holy moly, like...
You're kind of afraid that when is it going to happen? And
and it was very... I couldn't tell, right? And, I mean, I went to the doctor, and they're like, oh, it's your allergies, and it'd be a huge peace of mind.
Yeah.
But that little time frame of the unknown...
Put you on heightened alert all the time.
Yeah,
right?
so I could imagine somebody that has epilepsy, like, you know, I just hosted a class.
Like their life is almost revolving around it.
Exactly. Like, I just hosted a class, and can you imagine that layering fear of, oh man, like, what if in between the class I have an episode? It's just, man, that can be a little daunting. You know what I'm saying? It's a little scary.
Yeah. So this is a special topic for me because I have a few family members who actually have epilepsy, and I've seen some of the struggles that they have gone through, and there are probably many struggles that I didn't get to see.
Yeah.
You know, but but my heart really like goes out to them. This year's theme is actually milestones in your epilepsy journey. So every year they have a different theme.
Yeah.
So that's this year's theme, and they're actually encouraging people to make art about those milestones.
Art?
Art.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So, I think that's pretty cool. I think there's a lot of things that people just don't even realize about epilepsy, and one of those is that when you have a grand mal seizure, you're literally not allowed to drive for one whole entire year. Can you imagine how much that would affect just the way you live your life to have that kind of restriction after having a medical emergency?
Gotcha. But, okay, if a grandma has a seizure, it's extended because I'm a little confused. Like, is it...
Did you just say grandma's seizure?
Yeah. If it's a grandma, is it because they're older, or is it...
Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
Why?
It's a grand mal seizure.
Grand mal?
Grand mal. 2 words, grand and mal.
Grand mal?
Yes, not grandma. Not grandmother.
Get out of here.
When they have any seizures, it obviously can affect the short-term memory, the long-term memory. I mean, their whole entire being is affected, and sometimes it's for shorter or greater lengths of time, but we need, as a society, to be more sensitive to this.
Yeah.
And, every single one of them that I know that has it are extraordinary people.
Yeah.
Super smart, super encouraging, loving and kind. They just have great character, and so it just makes me even more, have more heart that goes out to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's really interesting. And I feel like the majority of people, right, when an episode is occurring, obviously there's a lot of empathy towards that. But to realize that the life decisions around that, that's a little crazy. It's a little more in depth than we think.
Yeah. So actually, one of my family members that has it actually encouraged me to become an agent. So in that way, they changed my life, and they're super encouraging and positive with me all the time. And dude, I love you. So just want you to know that. But other famous people that actually have epilepsy that you probably never realized: Danny Glover, Prince.
You see, and
Who would have known?
I would have never known. But talking about performance, that dude's performed multiple times, and
he didn't let it stop him.
Yeah, for him to not let it. He overcame that fear. That I'm assuming. Like I you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying everybody has that fear, but I can only assume. That be a
that's how I
lingering
would kind of feel.
For sure. And for him to perform in front of millions of people, that's pretty wild.
It's pretty outstanding. Even Charles Dickens and Edgar Allan Poe had epilepsy as well, and Theodore Roosevelt. The list goes on and on.
Epilepsy is essentially a neurological condition, right? And back in the day, of course, everything rooted back to spiritual possession and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But there is continuous research going on, and there's medication that's supposed to help, you know what I'm saying, with what the...
Lessen
the, whatever.
The symptoms, I guess.
Yeah, so I feel like there's still a lot that needs to be discovered,
and done.
Done for this, because it can be something that can people can die from this condition. You know what I'm saying? Especially having an episode.
Stats, 1 in 1,000 dies suddenly. So, you don't even have a clue that it's coming. That sucks. Yeah. If you have someone that you love that battles epilepsy and you have immense love and respect for them, drop their name in the comments and let us honor them as well. Let's spread more awareness to epilepsy and make sure that at least in some part of the day you put something purple on your social media or on your body, whatever. First off, do you say NIOSA or NIOSA?
Apparently, NIOSA.
NIOSA. Apparently we've all been saying it wrong because the founder lady or whatever, she's like, NIOSA.
Yeah, NIOSAs.
That's so weird.
So annoying.
Yeah, sorry, we watched a video earlier with them talking about the brand new metal. Yeah. The brand new metal has been released for NIOSA, whatever you want to call it.
Alright, let's check this out. First of all, do you collect medals?
Not anymore.
Yeah, it just got too heavy or what?
Well, it's expensive. You have to do a lot of work to go out and get them.
Yeah.
You have to go to certain places just for it. And then maybe by the time you get there, they already ran out. out, and it's just too tedious for me.
Okay, but is there like, is it just collection, or is there like, hey, everybody with your medals, come to this event so you can show off your medals, or is it just?
I think it's just swag, you know?
Oh, okay.
Total swag. Like, you go to your Fiesta event wearing your sash, all your medals, and people are like, hey, you're so cool, and
but
that's your...
I feel like it'd be kind of worth it if, like, every year they had this medal thing where everybody came together to show off their medals.
Whoever has the most.
Yeah, whoever has the most, whoever has the best, and have, like, a variety. That would be kind of cool.
I don't know if they have that. If they do, like, y'all let us know if you know of something like that. I have never heard of that. So maybe they do, but
that's just the old man in me. I like to do things with a purpose. Like, you give me a challenge.
Competitive.
Yeah, give me a challenge and I'm on it. But if it's just, like, for fun, it has to be like a super passionate project or something for me.
True.
I don't know, but this year it's a super early release, so we're kind of. They did a good job, I think so.
Yeah, it looks nice. So like they have the main metal part, and then what they're doing for the NIOSA one is that, you know how everybody like collects cups as they're drinking through, you know, the night in Old San Antonio.
Yeah.
So they actually made the bottom swinging part of the metal a cup.
Yeah, and the cup looks exactly like the cup that you're collecting. You know, it's big. They just have all
the one
these.
that you just keep.
Yeah. But for that specific medal with the cup, they're gonna have a very, very, very limited amount because this is gonna be the first year that they're actually featuring this. And I thought it was pretty cool, and I think it's a good idea.
It is cool. Now I have one hang up on it, and I hope they change it because it's a limited supply. Yeah. They're getting it from Monarch Trophy, which is a San Antonio company, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
Supporting local, I love that. The first year's over. Like, if you're in that pool of limited supply that got it, there's no point to collecting the rest of the cups, because what are you going to attach them to?
I think they would do it. To my knowledge, the way I read it was that they were actually, or saw it, is that they're going to sell that limited thing every year, right? If it becomes like more demand, and you can. I didn't know that it was a cup thing, but if they do the cup thing, then maybe you can do one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
So I think the first one comes with the main part of the medal, and then the cup attached to it already.
Yeah.
And then the next year, all they're selling is a cup. And so they're going to be selling this one this year at NIOSA. Yeah. Until they run out. So you have to find that souvenir booth. Yeah. And grab your medal on the first day.
But you see, honestly, that would
so they're trying to get you to come to NIOSA too. So you got to pay to get in NIOSA, then buy your cup, and then go buy some beer.
So, but that actually, I kind of like that idea a little bit, because even if that's the way it works, right? They don't sell the top, they just sell the cups anymore. Even just collecting those cups is actually kind of cool. I'd rather have a metal cup versus a cup. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's true.
You know, than to walk off and be like, I survived this NIOSA. So this is what it looks like, and look, watch. So the top part of it is very basic. NIOSA, but I know what you're saying is that they're not going to resell that part. And if they do the cups and over, they're not going to be able to get that top part, you know?
Yeah, so that's, like, it makes it exclusive after that.
I don't know. So if you're a collector, you need to
You have to be there on the first day of NIOSA.
Yeah, so you can make sure that you do grab this one. On the other hand, the original, the basic one that they're coming out with, is actually pretty neat too. This is going to be how it looks. And on top of all the nice little colorful features, one thing that they did change is that they added a year bar. So before, I guess they never had a year on there. Whenever like that year is, you can kind of commemorate, hey, we did this in 2024. This year they are going to have a year bar. I think it actually looks really, really nice what they did.
It's right above NIOSA. I was like, where is it at?
Yeah, and then even that sun.
That's pretty.
And, super nice.
What bird is that?
I don't know. Either a flamingo, maybe?
No, I don't know. Flamingos have the long legs and they're all pink.
Wait, what is a peacock? Because look, it has like a...
Oh, peacock have like a...
Yeah, but when a peacock doesn't have it flared up, don't they have like a big old tail? I don't know, guys. What kind of bird is that?
I feel like that's like something in...
Phoenix? Maybe it's just the bird. But the sun too, I think they actually put that, whoever designed this, I feel like they did a really, really good job.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. I like the regular NIOSA one. Not the cup one's cool. Yeah. But I guess it just kind of ticks me off that they are making it like annoying for later on. Yeah. And that makes me like, meh, I don't care. But, you know, I like the one with the birds. Just the plain old colorful birds.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think these are awesome? Are you a collector yourself? Let us know down below. It's time for some juice.
Ooh.
Man.
It's a tea.
Tea, that's probably better. I literally, when we talked about this, you brought this up, and I was like, couples going to Mexico, nothing, yeah, Mexico and whatever. So this is what happened.
They went to Mexico, having a good party time, drinking drinks, exploring, and then on the floor.
Let's try it.
So, according to the boyfriend, you know, they had those shots. They even took pictures and they thought they looked cool and whatnot, right? And then they went and carried on with their day, and all of a sudden they think that they have food poisoning.
Yeah.
So they're just like trying to, you know, fight through it. And then he claims all of a sudden that she hit the floor, her eyes are rolling back, and he has to call emergency services, and she ends up in the hospital for weeks. She's still in the hospital.
Yeah. Now the details, where the controversy begins, is that the story kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so then he started giving more details of the story.
Yeah.
So they go on the boat the same day, they have drinks, then they have those shots, and it's daylight. As you can see in the photos, it's daylight when they get those shots, okay? They go explore, they check out the city, they're doing stuff, shopping, whatnot. They go back to their hotel. The next day, they get up, they go around, they hang out, they come home that night, both thinking, man, we got a bad case of food poisoning.
Yeah.
You know, at least that's what they're saying now. They go to sleep, and then he claims that he woke up to his girlfriend on the floor with 3 knots on her head and her eyes rolling back. And that's when he called emergency services. I got questions, y'all.
I got questions. So check this out. Like, first of all, one thing that threw me off, big red flag was that he was very open that she had symptoms first. Like it says on there, like
she the same day started feeling funky, off.
Yeah, like she started feeling sick, and then I started feeling sick, and then you know what I'm saying. So that was already a weird red flag. Yeah. And then for them to pinpoint, like, if you're on vacation, you're drinking a little bit often. You know what I'm saying? And for you to pinpoint that specific thing 2 days before, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't add up to me. And a big thing to me is like, okay, even if somebody fell off the bed or got up trying to go maybe throw up or something, how do you get 3 welts on your head?
Yeah.
How do you get 3? I can imagine falling and hitting your head once, maybe twice hitting something else on the floor, but how do you get 3? And he wakes up right at that moment, that magic moment where she's got her eyes rolling back, like.
And this is the thing. This is the thing. The lady, she's still alive, but she's unconscious stuff, right? But they did a toxicology report, and she had ecstasy and methamphetamine. She had both of that in her system. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, then I can say how clear, like how much and stuff like that. But there, he was stating that she got those drugs were in the shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For 2 days, and like you don't feel it till
you just feel funky for a couple of days before you. And they said that there was neurological deterioration in her brain, so she has a piece of her brain that's literally dead.
Damn. And 3 knots. Okay, let's imagine this, right? I black out. I'm drunk, right? Fall, boom, hit my head.
There's your knot.
There's my one
right
knot.
there.
Like even if I fell and hit my head on this thing. You know what I'm saying? The main impact is the initial knot, isn't it?
And then the rest of it is not going to make big welts or whatever. Like, you know, I thought, am I just being too judgy when I was reading this? And then I went to the comment sections, and people were like, "Come on, like you went on vacation, you went to party, just tell the truth." Like people are super skeptical about this story.
And I think what makes it even more interesting is that she has survived, but she's barely gaining consciousness. So I'm curious if the story is going to remain the same after she wakes up. And you know what, to be honest with you, I'm not like familiar with how long those drugs last in your body and whatnot. But I don't.
Seems extensive.
For
48 hours.
Yeah, and then for you to have like that little seizure type of effects after a 48-hour thing, you know,
and it was shutting down her kidneys and like, really?
Yeah. It's fishy.
And not only that, but if somebody tried to drug you, wouldn't they have followed them to the point where they would have passed out or whatever the case would have been to rob them or do whatever, traffic them, whatever it was going to be?
Yeah.
So what? They just drug them and just like, oh well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Or we don't care what happens. What was their purpose if they were drugged? Because it didn't play out that way, right?
I don't know. I don't know. I really hope, first of all, I hope everybody's safe and everybody's okay. And I hope that it was something that was just an accident. At the end of the day, being optimistic, right? Maybe they were being silly, whatever the case is. And if the girl comes in caught you, story's a little bogus, but it was a decision we both made. It was fine, right? That's optimistic. But the way that it's looking right now, it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad.
His last statement, I just want people to be aware that these things happen and that they need to take a lot of extra precautions when they are traveling a country.
Guys, this story is bizarre. What do you all think? Do you think there's some sort of, I don't know, some bullshittery going around?
What is it? Something afoul or...
Yeah. Or do you feel like, hey, there's some truth behind it? Like in regards to what, like, it feels like there's a possibility that this all can actually happen the way it is. It doesn't make sense to me. No, it don't make sense to you either. Let us know in the comments down below. Actually, real quick, before you do that, we will keep you posted because I'm sure that there's going to be a follow-up story. And if there is... we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, either I'm going to have to apologize and say, man, you know what? I was wrong.
Yeah.
Or, ha!
Or not a ha. It's more like a...
aha!
Let us know down below then.
According to Pete, beavers were once the size of bears.
How big is your beaver?
What is the biggest beaver you've ever seen? Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
Yeah.
And now it's time for our
Dare on Air. All right.
What was the last one? I don't even remember.
You prank call your mom.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
What a good sport she is.
She was, honestly, everybody was like, oh, she's adorable.
That's right.
Oh, also shout out to super fan for providing this to hold in our little
Piece.
showcase.
Look, it's just, it's bigger than my hand.
I think everything's bigger than your hand. It's cool. Appreciate you, man. It might get knocked down right now.
There it goes. Just like a beaver.
Ooh, nada.
It tastes my tongue.
You're up.
It's so easy for me.
17! Damn, I wanted to do that one.
Shut up. You would have thrown up.
Alright, her dare is to eat as many sour candies as you can without making a face. Ready?
I'll do better than the chubby bunny.
Airheads, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna give you all the yellow ones. Dude, that chubby bunny one was horrible. Everybody was making fun of me.
No, who made
Everybody.
Tell me one name.
Everybody.
Alright, I'm just gonna...
Courtney.
Courtney, you made fun of him?
She did.
Good. That's my girl. Because that was lame, right? Is black cherry. And black cherry is my favorite Kool-Aid, by the way.
Hey, don't choke, because these are hard candies.
They're hard. So I have to like crunch them or what?
I don't know, just put them, I guess, on the side here. I don't know.
I'm not gonna chubby bunny. I'll be like drooling a rainbow.
Like, okay, go. What is it?
It's a black cherry.
Black cherry.
I think you should have to do one at the end.
I'll do it. I won't make a face at all.
Alright, here we go, baby.
Yeah, no faces. Alright. Kind of a face or eyebrow twitch. Blue raspberry. This is not going to be sour.
It's kind of like tough, you know?
Yeah. I mean, maybe don't crunch
I
it.
should have got like gummies or something.
Just like lick it or something.
And lick it.
Yeah. I don't know.
You have to like lick a ton of kind of.
I don't know.
And it has like a squishy
We're making this
middle.
up as we go, bro. But I feel like you're kind of conquering this so far. We haven't done the yellow one yet, though.
I have nerves of steel.
Alright.
I'm gonna break a tooth on this.
We'll find out.
What is this? Blue raspberry? I outside is way too sour.
What? Okay, how about this? Don't chew it, just like until you make a face. That's a face. That's a face. Okay, here, throw this in your mouth.
What's feeling it?
I feel like your eyes are. I feel like your eyes are tearing up right now.
They are.
Here, Okay, this would be a kicker right here. Like, you know what? Screw this. Put both of these in your mouth.
What?
Here.
I sucked up the sour part. Should I just spit out?
Yeah.
You ready?
Your eyes are...
My eyes are watering.
Yeah. Here, this one.
This one's good. You want to try one to make sure they're sour?
Yeah. Your eyes are... Cake.
No. Get it in there. Suck off the sour part. Watermelon, what? Sour watermelon, my favorite. Oh, that's sour.
I wish... I'm gonna get a close-up of your eyeballs right now. You're tearing up.
I am. But I can remain stoic.
Alright. Now, let's have a blinking contest. Jesus, you are a trooper. Are you sure you're not a man? Alright.
That one went sweet. What's next?
That's all of them. Tried them all.
I don't have to do it till I make a face?
You're not gonna make a face.
He believes in me.
You did all the flavors. Guys, lesson learned. Do not dare this girl to do anything because she will succeed.
Don't mess with me. I just made.
Yes. You just made a face. Finally. Finally. Mm-hmm.
I think the accumulation of it finally got me. My eyes are watering.
You're real as hell.
Happy Valentine's Day, you guys, upcoming. Hope you have a wonderful day and spend it with people that love you and that you love and cherish. And we'll see you next week.
You need a tissue?
As always, I do. I really do.
Bye.
Juicy fruit is gonna move ya. Get the song. Juicy fruit that tastes is gonna move ya.